Hello, welcome back to Deep Thoughts with Danielle, and this is our fourth video in this small series of business. What is a business, right? And what are business resources, and what are coaches, and what does your AI stack look like, and all these things. And we're not really getting into that. So we've talked about in episode 1, what is a franchise and a business opportunity. In episode 2, what is a franchise consultant? In episode 3, what is a business and a business coach? And here I want to talk a little bit more about leadership and team building, because leadership and team building is part of the flywheel that we've created at Radiant Legacy Collective that helps accelerate teams. We are in the business of helping people become better people, right? Stewarding legacy, building radiance. And we steward legacy by helping you become the best version of yourself. Whether you work full-time as a W-2 employee, whether you're a 1099, whether or not you are just starting your own business, we want to be your go-to resource. So, we have Precision Labs, our business academy. We have one-on-one coaching. We have group coaching. We do everyday coaching. I will show up at your business and help you run it if that's what it takes. And so those are the kind of things that we are doing. So we don't always need everything. So sometimes we only need, let's say, leadership. We have a team dynamic that's going on. We're losing people. Maybe our hiring team is hiring the wrong people. Maybe our teams are not talking or communicating well. And so as a John Maxwell certified team member, as well as a everything disc practitioner and the author of Leadership Voltage, Capturing Lightning with the Triadic Balance, me and my team come in and we help you and your team get better. We don't come in and blame. We don't come in and tell you what. We don't come in there just to air all your dirty laundry. We don't do that. What we do is we come in and we meet your team where they are. We find out where they're stuck, where are the obstacles that they're facing, and then we help put plans into place within that team. We work directly with your team, and we help put plans into that team that will increase clarity and the speed of momentum, increase trust, and build a better, longer lasting a team. And so I've spent my life dedicated to building teams. So since I was 14 years old, when I first stepped on the field as a soccer coach, and I was terrible at that, I have dedicated the last 26 years of my life now to helping others get better. How do I see where you want to be and then map that for you, because I know you're busy and you want to be there, and you'll get there. It'll just be one of these kind of paths that goes up and down and around, and sometimes you'll fall backwards. But when you put a leadership coach like me, or an executive coach, when you put a trainer like me, when you put a speaker like me in a place, right, I help build inspiration, create urgency, reduce chaos, and move things into a more coherent place for you and your team. So that's where you're really looking for somebody like me, where can come in and really help you build. And not only are we going to help you build, we're going to help you sustain. So I have operating systems like the Leadership Voltage Index that I use, that is an assessment-based training program that I'm able to then diagnose and help. I use Everything DISC, as I mentioned, which is a behavioral-based assessment, so you know how to communicate better with your team, leading to more efficiency. And I use John Maxwell techniques, as well as all the way to playing a leadership game with your executives. I do one-on-one coaching, group coaching, lunch and learns, which are my favorite because it's just me talking, and obviously you can tell that I enjoy doing that, because as a coach you spend a lot more time listening. So when you're doing lunch and learns, spending 30 minutes on a topic and then bringing in questions at the end, that can really explode the growth for your team, because they feel seen, they feel like they're part of something. And so as a coach that is as experienced as I am, walking into these kind of situations, from my military experience, a blend of 14 years in the military, plus a transition from the military service into the corporate world, plus a transition from a male to a female, if you will, role, right? Plus leadership at every level. So I started out just like everyone else at the bottom, washing toilets, sweeping floors, painting rooms. And that's okay, because it teaches you that by being the best self that you can be, you will grow and help others become the best self that they can be, just with your energy. And so if anything, if you're not interested, just look at some of the links that I put into the chat here, and you can find us, you can look us up, you can give me a call anytime, and I will help you and your team find clarity. I've been doing that for over a decade on the corporate side, with a split between working in the government, working on contracts for the government, and then on the commercial side as well. So a lot of experience that you're getting with a coach like me. And we do have corporate packages. We have packages that go all the way up past 500 people of training, all the way down to 10 to 5 people, 5-person teams. And if you really want us on your 1-person team, my recommendation is, if you have a 1-person or 2-person team and you're looking for this, you hire us as a business coach, because you get the whole package anyways. But when you're looking for team clarity, team drive, team decision, team precision, you want somebody like me on your team. And not just because I'm a third party, but because I've spent my life and I've dedicated my life to making other people better. And because of that, you really get somebody who's going to show up with grace and grit. So, that's the benefit of the Precision Way. So if you want, and you don't want to purchase my Leadership Voltage book, I do offer a free book in Profit Acceleration. It's not really a team book, but you can get that, which is Profit Under Fire. And then here soon, my Business Operating System book is coming out, which is Grace Through Fire. And then here in 8 months ish, you'll see Do It Anyway. So by the end of 2026, you'll see the Do It Anyway book, and that's the passion project. So that's just going to be a lot of fun, and most likely self-publish that. But anyway, so and then I have a lot of John Maxwell resources, because when you become a John Maxwell certified team member, you also get access to everything that John Maxwell has done. And somebody who's written 3 books, plus somebody who's written 92 books, plus a team of 61,000 coaches, and all the lessons learned, and bringing that into where you are, you get the John Maxwell experience without the full John Maxwell price. Because my understanding is the John Maxwell's price is, 30 minutes costs you over $500,000 or close to that, right, of his time. So, and so when you're working with a coach that already has all the resources, does all the same work, is trained directly by John Maxwell, and yes, but I mean like, yes, I've interacted with John Maxwell, and you get that opportunity. So and you get that type of energy that comes into your system. So we're not gonna come in there and act like we're better than anybody. We're not gonna act like a consultant. We're gonna come in and we're gonna do some assessments. We're gonna give people some behavioral assessments so that we can break them up into different groups, and we can show how to balance a better team, and maybe show you some of the hidden things in your business. So that's where a leadership coach really is powerful for you and for your business, whether you're a 1-person business or 5,000 people or 10,000 or 100,000, whatever the amount of people you employ. Having leadership coaches and building a culture that expands and grows your business with you is the kind of culture that will last. So and when you have an educated professional like me, who has spent her entire life studying leadership, studying team dynamics and organizational development and organizational dynamics as a whole. So I've done the micro and the macro. You get a better experience. So when you're ready for your team to grow and expand, I'm the person you want to call. In the meantime, buy my book, Leadership Voltage. And if you don't want to purchase my book, download Profit Under Fire if you're a small business. But either way, right, call me, because we can just have a fun conversation and have some fun talking about how awesome leadership really is, and how hard it is to stay on that platform, to stay above and beyond everyone else, to feel very lonely, to be uphill the whole way, because there is nothing, and I teach this, right? Chin up, chest out, because sometimes the only way over is through. So everything must go forward, right? We must move forward, chin up, chest out, everything forward. Right, that's in the military, we call that standing at attention. In my language, I just call it chin up, chest forward, everything forward. And then, because sometimes the only way over is through. And what does that mean? Is sometimes there is a barrier that you have to go through, and you need somebody like me to help you get through it. So give me a call. Thanks. This has been Deep Thoughts with Danielle on a very special Tuesday.